Good morning. Blessed risings. It's a brand new day. Yeah, 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 yeah. Should I do warm jazz or forest breeze jazz? Let's see. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do forest breeze jazzy. Hold on. Hello. I blocked this ad already. What the helly? What the elephant? Hold up. Give me 1 second. Oh my god. Reese's profile picture always cracks me the up, okay? All right, the moon is in Virgo today. Hold on. The moon. All right, there we go. A little bit of jazz for the morning. For the morning yawning. All right. Virgo moon. Let me pull a color card first. Um for anybody that listens back to this, when I post it on YouTube, please know that I do use color therapy as a main method. And yeah, I was thinking about I don't know the proper word, but I was thinking about unarchiving. I don't know if that's the word. Unarchiving my old color therapy videos, but there's so many of them because I used to do them daily that I'm just like, whatevs. Do you know what I'm saying? Um, all right. So, my computer is a little slow, so that's why I'm probably not gonna have any video today because I don't feel like going on my computer. I'm just gonna use my computer for reference. So the moon is in Virgo, and also if you're, can you guys hear me? I just got a phone call. Hold on. Sorry about that. Just please confirm if I am heard so I can continue. And I forgot what the hell I was saying. Amazing. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so yes, we follow the moon here. Um, it's also why I'm the moon lady. And I simply just use the moon because it is the fastest moving planet and it controls our emotions and we're emotional beings. So if we follow the moon and its sign, we can begin to understand all 12 signs in its entirety because emotions tend to rule mass majority of humanity. A lot of people tend to be reactive instead of proactive. So that is why I am the moon lady, so that we can regulate our emotions, we can regulate our reactions, and become proactive in our daily lives and in our daily habits. My last video, Neptune and Aries, okay, was talking about, it was talking about restructuring, reprogramming the self, because Aries is the self. So, and then, yeah, Neptune is going to be in Aries for 20 years. That's a generational planet, along with Saturn and Uranus and Neptune, because they take the longest to transit through a sign. Okay. I live in New York, so that's what that base is. Let me turn this down a little bit. Okay, so today the moon is in Virgo. You know, you might be hypercritical, overcritical, over analytical. And you always want to look at the house in your birth chart that the moon is in, because that's always the theme for the day. The moon moves through each sign, takes about 2 to 3 days to move through each sign. Okay. But yes, just always keep in mind from now on for the next 20 years. I'm in my 30s, so it'll be there till about, I'm in my 50s. So that is a big thing. Neptune and Aries. Please watch that last video. It is up on my YouTube. You can also play it here as well. Um, let's see. Mercury and Venus are also in Aries. Neptune, well, I just said that. So yeah, Mercury and Venus are also in Aries. They move fast as well. Let's see here. Okay, so for the color therapy cards, I pulled happiness, which is orange. Okay, that's the sacral chakra. And then I pull confidence, which is black, which I usually chalk up to be the void. The void meaning the space where you can create, right? And confidence comes from creation. You have to create the life that you want. So happiness and confidence. So, you can implement and you can also use these colors to, harness the energy for the day, help the energy, help you boost your own energy, wear orange, maybe do your nails orange, anything that goes with the theme, with the color of the day, because colors do vibrate. Everything is a vibration, everything is a sound. Let me see. Let me pick a regular tarot card now for the Virgo moon for today. And for the record, today is May 6th, 2025, moon in Virgo. May 6th, 2025, moon in Virgo. Also, I do my own ads, so please subscribe and become a member of my Patreon. You can become a member for free. All of my links are here in playback. They're pretty much everywhere that you find me on social media. Ow. I also think I bit my cheek in my sleep. I didn't know that that was possible, but hey. All right, and we have 6 days until the full moon in Scorpio. 6 days until the full moon in Scorpio. Also, if you are over 36 years old, if you are over 36 years old and you follow astrology or you want to know more about astrology and yourself, the other important chart that you can look at online, right, when you generate your birth chart is your D9 chart. D9, D is for divisional because, your chart is divided into 12 pieces. And nine, the number nine for your ninth house. Your ninth house, I guess, is considered your mature house. I don't know the exact name. I think it's called Navamsa. I also have a link on my Patreon with all the terms for astrology. So if you're over 36, the other chart that you can look at is your D9 chart. That is the chart that becomes active after age 36 and especially after marriage. Okay, and it's considered your soul, the chart of your soul. Okay, your past life karmic chart that I'm just now getting into is your D60 chart. D60. 60, not 16, D60, 60. Okay. Now, the Arcana card that I pulled for today is the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups. Now, let's read a little bit about her. Queen of Cups. Remember, cups are emotions. Okay. And all queens, so cups are water and emotions, and queens represent the element of water in the tarot deck. So this is the water of water. This is Gemini, Cancer energy. And this card and the High Priestess card, they go together, okay? So if you want, you can Google for now the Queen of Cups card. You can do regular tarot deck, or I have the Thoth tarot deck. Okay, so now this is the interpretation of the Queen of Cups. It says this combines the feminine nature of water with water. Queens are elementally related to water, as are cups. This means the Queen of Cups is water and water. There is a tendency to be completely submerged in feeling and emotions. There is a tendency to listen to your heart and emotions over anything that you are thinking. This could be good or bad, depending on the situation. When the Queen of Cups turns up, it is urging you to listen to your intuition. The Queen of Cups is all about the subconscious. This is where you will get the most out of using her wisely. Your subconscious feelings may not even reach your conscious level, so you react through the subconscious. This can lead to problems with reality and issues with self awareness if not recognized. Remember, self awareness is important while Neptune is in Aries. I mean, it's important overall, but now is the time to cultivate that self awareness for yourself so that you can have social awareness as well. And you can teach this stuff to your children now. Anything that you learn, you can teach to your children. Now, continuing on with the Queen of Cups, you might be having powerfully psychic dreams. On my Patreon, I talk about having a dream journal. It says, now is the time to listen to them. There is an intense and magnetic pull toward the dreams as if you are actually living them. And yes, dreams are real. That is your astral body traveling. Okay? And most of the time, majority of the time, everyone that you see in your dream is you in some form or fashion. Okay? And this makes sense. Water holds memory. Water and emotions are associated with memory. Emotions are associated with the past. We can associate our subconscious with the past because so many things are stored there, and they come up whenever they come up. So now continuing on, it says this is a passive card and doesn't denote action. And it says you will remain in a reverie and dream about it. It says that this card loves going to the beach. It might want you to take a trip to the beach or the mountains for relaxation and meditation. Okay, this card in relation to love, it says that she is dreamy and romantic. Hold on, let me just turn this water down. She is dreamy and romantic. She usually loves with all her heart and is prone to monogamy. She often fantasizes about soulmates and twin souls. She can create an entire world around her and her lover that doesn't exist in reality. Sounds like Pisces energy. When talking, which is also water, when talking about her spouse, she may say things like, oh, we were meant to be together, we met in another life. So it sounds like fairy tale, oh, we're destined to be together. We reincarnated back here, to be together. Um, it says the type of men that are attracted to her will typically be those who think she needs saving because she understands vulnerability. And because of her watery nature, she really needs someone grounded and stable. Her subconscious attitude is best aligned with a man who can bring in a masculine level of consciousness to balance her out. I feel like most women need that. I mean, balance is the key to life. Like, balance is truly the key to life. That's why Libra rules relationships, because you need balance in all of your relationships, not just romantic. Okay, so again, I'm going to keep reiterating this every time I do a reading. When I speak of relationships, I'm not only speaking about romantic. I'm talking about every type of relationship, especially the relationship that you have with yourself, because you are the only person that has to live with yourself day in and day out. When your head hits the pillow at night, okay, and you close your eyes, That is your time to envision your new world and feel those feelings, okay? It's about controlling your feelings and controlling your emotions. It is going to keep being reiterated by me, okay? Because I definitely started this wave of emotional intelligence. It is the only path to peace. Okay, so emotional insights about this card. It says, if you are asking how he or she feels about you, this card lets you know that they feel like softly, slowly, or dreamily falling in love with you. Their feelings are in the subconscious phase right now, so they may not even be aware of how they are feeling and why. They most likely have been dreaming about you. They think that you're very beautiful and they want to court you. Let me see. Okay. Okay, as an obstacle, this card could get you in trouble emotionally. She can be very vulnerable and sensitive. With Cancer as her ruling sign and the way she is fixated on her cup in the card, in the artistry in the card, she can have a tendency to obsess over something. So yes, this is really just all a way to say examine your emotions. That is the key to strengthening your intuition. Because if you're not in control of yourself, how are you going to be in control of anything? Okay, now let me read my notes from my book about this card. The Queen of Cups. Queen, queen, queen. Okay, it says. Okay, all queens are representative of water, the feminine element. As such, all queens are associated with the action of nurturing. Queens are the mothers of the deck, though their child can be of the mind and imagination. The queen represents the work and attention needed after the creation is conceived. Okay, so that makes sense because if they are the mothers of the deck, right, and their children, right, which is, the mind and the imagination, what are you creating, right? You're creating a child. And then it says the queen represents the work and attention needed after the creation. So after your child is born, work and attention is needed. So that's how you have to treat your day to day. That's how you have to treat your imagination, your mind, and the things that you think and the things that you bring into fruition through your mind. And also your the things that come through your mind that translate into speech, that all comes from your subconscious. Okay, Queen of Cups, Queen of Cups. Okay. It says all this water in this card makes for a highly sensitive figure. When the Queen of Cups is picked, pay attention to where you hang out because you'll absorb all the vibes, good or bad. When this card shows up, it usually advises don't go to biker bars. That's in quotes. She is the most sensitive, intuitive, emotional figure in all the court cards. Queen of Cups is the embodiment of water. It is in her own element and uses her abundance of water for nurturing, empathy, and enveloping on a good day. That word almost kicked my ass. Okay, on a bad day, watch out for torrents and undertow. Water is a feminine element, powerful and changeable. Its action generated by the environment. Queen of Cups suggests the use of intuition and feelings to figure out the next move. To contact that intuition, she recommends a place away from negative influence, a holy place, a clear place. When this card arrives, she beckons you to feel, to trust your intuition, to envelope the situation with love, to sense and provide its every need. Some grounding exercises advised for this card has no boundaries. Representative of a person, this card defines the perfect helpmate and mother, loving, permitting, embracing, reflecting the best. She is the complete feminine yin in all her ways, like yin and yang. Excuse me. She needs, gives, helps, loves. And she also gets PMS. I don't know if that meant what they thought, what I think it means. And this card is associated with 21 degrees Gemini and 20 degrees Cancer. So you can look and see if that is in your chart. Now, This card, the Queen of Cups, coming out with happiness and confidence. Um, okay, I'm gonna use an example to best illustrate the significance and the relation of all these cards, right? Queen of Cups, happiness, which is orange, which is the sacral chakra, and confidence, right? So, for example, a friend of mine asked me, how do I stop being such an extreme person? And I feel like that question fits with these cards, because as soon as you have an overwhelming of feelings, it's time for you to go within yourself. And not only go within yourself, you have to look at your environment. And that's exactly what the Queen of Cups was saying. Because this is an emotional day. This is an intuitive day today, right? Or there's just so many things that's coming up from your subconscious. Maybe today is a good day to examine your environment, the people that you're around, the things that you are investing in, aka putting your emotions into, right? Because I like to paint pictures and I like to tell stories, and I like to show people the symbolism in different aspects of people's lives. That way they can start to paint pictures instead of letting their emotions paint and color their world. You can use that to paint and create a different reality for yourself. It is very, very possible. You reacting, you constantly reacting to the things that's going on around you, not only does it say that you are not only does it say that you are weak minded, it is time for you to do some reprogramming of your output. Because if life is able to push and push and push you and push you around, push you around, push you around, right? And you feel like you're in a padded room, it's time for you to truly go inside of your mind and look at the things that you're looking at. You have to look at your daily habits. I think I just made an Instagram post about that, right? Because we have to remove ourselves from the systems that are in place and from the systems that we have in our mind. We think very macro. Humanity thinks very macro. Everything is black and white, literally. Everything is good and bad. Everything is poor and rich. We have to get these systems out of our mind, and we have to start thinking about our daily habits. We cannot fix the world unless we fix ourselves. So, everybody that's out here that has all these think pieces about everything else, that's fine and dandy. Conversation is cool. But how do you feel after that? Is there any progression in the conversations that you're having? Is there any progression each day as you're waking up and feeling? Or is it every day that you wake up and you're starting your day like shit? It's up to you what your day looks like. It's up to you the relationships that you have. It's how you pick, it's how you choose. And if you are not grateful for that free will, if you are not mindful and conscious of that free will, you will suffer. You will continue to be pushed and pulled by life, and you will continue to blame everybody else for the way that you feel. And that is not the life that you were born to live. You were born to create. You were born to be mindful of your decisions. And it is a blessing to choose, and it is a blessing to have free will. So when you're walking about as the Queen of Cups, you're a little bit more silent. You pause a little bit more. You take your power back by not reacting. It is so easy. People think it's so hard to heal, and it's not. Healing is an everyday process. Healing is how proactive you are in each day and each moment. If you don't like something, if it doesn't make you feel good, get the fuck away from it. Even if it's for a day, even if it's for a moment, close the app, close the phone, cut off the phone. Shit, I hang up on my own mama sometimes. It really is that deep. People walk around all the time and they don't take themselves seriously, or the people take the wrong things too seriously. That's really what it is at the end of the day. It really is about your investment into the things that you pay attention to. Remember, you have to pay attention. How much are you going to pay? Especially if you don't get anything fruitful in fucking return. And that's that on that. Okay. I'm going to also choose a heart meditation card. Remember, how you think is half the battle. That's the only thing that you can control. And if you walk around trying to control everything, it puts a strain on your spirit. Okay. Now let's pick a heart chord. Let me just drink some water. And remember, relax. Take a deep breath. And remember, your breathing controls your mind. How you breathe, your pace of breathing controls your mind. Your approach to things, okay, is very, 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 very important. Okay, I'm just shuffling the cards here. I'm going to post the heart meditation card on my Patreon so that you guys can just meditate on the colors, the symbolism, and the number. Okay. God is good all the time. Okay. You have to practice what you preach, or you just taking up space. You have to practice what you preach. You have to, or you're just taking up space. Get rid of your expectations, because the more that you judge humanity, it will judge you. Remember that what you put out, you get back. We are an ocean of a species. That is why majority of our bodies are made of water. It's why they say water is God, because of the memory that it holds. When we come to this world, we are immersed or submerged. Immersed? Anyway, we are born, we are made in water. We're in a sack. Okay? Okay, so I have pulled embrace. Embrace. I will post this again. I will post this on the Patreon. This is embrace, and it is the number 21 for the heart meditation called the embrace. Oye, mi canto. Okay. Embrace. Key words here are achieve, welcome, appreciate, dreams, wholeness, and contentment. And I said wholeness, not wholeness, okay? Says, when it comes to love, the universe is smiling upon you at this time. Amen. Energies are moving and shifting, coming together to give you exactly what you need and want. Ooh. Your efforts to clarify your heart's desires, to be present in current relationships, and to actively manifest new relationships are now bearing fruit. In this moment, I'm sorry, guys, my allergies are acting up. In this moment, you are in a position to achieve all that you have dreamed of regarding matters of the heart. Ooh, I like this. Your dreams are ready to manifest. Allow all of the pieces to gently fall into place. Don't resist, just embrace. Your own personal energies are combining to bring you to a new level of being whole and perfect. Amen. This will allow your relationships to fall into place beautifully as well. To support this process of integration, work with the concept of having an open and grateful heart. Express appreciation for the many blessings in your life. As you go through your day, be aware of the grace that surrounds you. Grace shows itself in ways both large and small. The larger manifestations of grace may be your family, your health, and your home. However, there are many smaller manifestations of grace that can also be acknowledged. Appreciate the warm sun on your face, the cool breeze blowing through your hair, the lovely flower growing from a crack in a stone wall. By being grateful, you surround yourself with contentment, and through the law of attraction, you will welcome more of the same, including more fulfilling relationships. Affirmation: I acknowledge my many blessings and am open to receiving my heart's desires. This card was perfect. I feel like it's said in a more beautiful way, right? Because I'm a fire sign and I have a fire rising. So, I'm very brash with my messaging. However, this put everything that I said so beautifully into words. And I will be posting it on my Patreon. And a lot of this stuff that was mentioned, um, also water is feminine energy. So I have a lot of dating tips on my Patreon as well. And what I always advise women and what I advise my daughter, because daughters tend to have our same attitudes, right? Don't be a maggot. A maggot is a woman with just a bad attitude. And I tell my daughter that all the time. The world needs more feminine women. Anger is masculine. Violence is masculine. We need to do our best to harness our feminine energy. From now on, from this day forth, let today be the day that when you wake up, you get dressed as if you're going somewhere, as if you're going to see something, right? As if you are somebody, because you are somebody and you are important in this world. So stop getting up, right? I'm talking to women. Stop getting up and just throwing on anything, doing anything. Make the effort. When you look good, you feel good. You can attract the goodness. It is okay to be feminine and it is okay to be vulnerable. We can be anything that we want to be. I also want women to stop bending and molding. You know what you want and be what you want. A lot of women, they may find the perfect guy, but then, like a lot of women, what I'll just use the conversation of like, how a lot of people like they say that women who allow threesomes, they like, they do it to save face in the relationship. But it's like, if you know that you want monogamy, why are you budging? If you know that you want a man over 6 feet who makes a certain amount of money, why are you budging? If you know that you want a certain type of friendship out of someone or in life, why are you budging? Why are you bending? If you know you want to make a certain amount of money at work or in life, why are you budging? Why are you bending? The only place that we should be bending is the bedroom. Hello? The only place that a woman should be bending is the bedroom. You know what you want. The only reason you're confused is because you keep bending. Okay? So again, don't be a maggot. Stop throwing back all the nasty bullshit that's thrown at you. Throw it back in the bedroom. Stop giving people what they give you and be a flower and open up to life's goodness. Stop shrinking. I forgot who said it. I forgot what that quote was, But it also helped change my perspective. And it says, be a flower, turn your face towards the sun. Be a flower, turn your face towards the sun. You are in control of yourself. When you feel out of control, you are putting your emotions and your care into things that are not fruitful. Remember the heart meditation card. Remember to embrace. Don't be a maggot. Fix your attitude. Do your hair. Brush your hair. Buy yourself cute things, nice perfumes, whatever shoes you want. Stop paying attention to what men say, okay? They should be off building shit anyway. Stop thinking that every time that you meet somebody or whatever like that, that is too good to be true. Just embrace the moments. Embrace the moments. Okay? You live your life how you see fit. Stop bending, okay? And stop giving people what they give you. You are in control of yourself. The minute that you match somebody else's energy, you're giving them your power. The fuck? The fuck? That's not what we're doing over here on this side. We are queens. We are goddesses. We are flowers. Okay? Talk about lotus flower bomb. It's okay if you're tired. It's okay if you don't feel like it. But when you go out into the world, look your best, dress your best, brush your hair, put on a little perfume, put on a little lippy lap. You feel me? Little lipstick, a little shimmer, a little okay? And walk out of your house like you own it, like you own the world, because you fucking do. And again, stop taking people so seriously, especially men. Who cares about their opinions? Who cares about any of these people opinions? Social media is not real life. Whenever when the next time that you hear a man say something ridiculous, laugh. You have to bring laughter. Let's bring laughter back. Please. In 2025, just bring laughter back. Sorry, I got another phone call. I won't be here too much longer. Um, want to make myself some tea because of my allergies. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I feel really happy. I do my best to wake up happy, and it is truly as simple as it sounds. Just a simple shift in perspective can truly change your day, no matter what comes. If it's really that deep for you, right? Not anybody in here, just speaking in general, right? If it's really that deep for you, take 2 minutes, right? Even if you're driving or you're out and you're feeling overwhelmed or somebody just pissed you off or you just read something that pissed you off, take 2 minutes or even 30 seconds. Close your eyes. Well, not while you're driving. Not while you're driving, right? But just take 2 minutes if you can't close your eyes and just imagine yourself surrounded by a white light. That's all you have to do. Imagine yourself surrounded by a white light and that white light is protecting you. I love you all. I thank you for being here. And oh yeah, they should be lifting my band tomorrow on TikTok. I get to be in people's business. I get to be in people's business again. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, I am such a nosy Nelly. Oh, I cannot wait. Oh my god, I can't wait till people tell me they business. Oh shit. Fuck. God, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this ban to be lifted. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Okay. Woo. Sorry. Woo. Starting to sweat. I'm so excited. Yo, they tell it all. Some man told me that he caught his woman in the act and he still wanted her back. What? Man. It's like you can hear my heart beating fast because I'm so excited. And I'm gonna be there bright and early. I need to know, because you know that's uh that's when the husbands be up, jerking off on the webcam sites. Yo, they tell it all early in the morning too. You feel me? Oh, I'm sorry. That's the dark. That's the shadow world. We'll talk about the shadow world another time. Peace said, "What the fuck?" Oh man. Okay, yeah. We will talk about the shadow world another time. But yeah, it's really all about not taking things too seriously, having a simple shift in perspective, and then yeah, tomorrow we'll probably tomorrow we will do another playback. And then yeah, later on in the week I will be back on TikTok talking shit and being nosy. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. This playback will be here, obviously, on playback, and it will be up on my YouTube in case you want to share with others. I love you. I thank you. Until next time, please laugh. Goodbye.